How do you go all in for God this coming year? Maybe this year you've felt like you've only been halfway in. There's been some areas of your life that you've let slip, some areas of sin, some temptation that have taken hold of you, and you feel far from God. You feel like, okay, now it's time. I need to hunker down and I need to do these things, or I need to implement these strategies, or I need to cut out these things in my life in order that I can go all in for God in 2025. If you are there, I'm with you. It's that mentality that gets us excited that, hey, okay, I'm going to turn my life around. I'm going to turn my faith around. I'm going to turn my relationship with God around. I see these areas of my life that I don't want anymore. I want this to be different. I want my relationship to the Bible and to prayer and to God in general to be different. Going all in for God is not about putting on a new sermon every day or signing on to read the Bible in a year. All those things are good things to serve at your church, to cut out a sin or temptation that seems to have taken a hold of you. All those things are good, obviously. The mentality of just trying to clean your life up or get things in order is a fine one, but it's really not sustainable. And I think about the disciples, okay? Think about the disciples. What did the disciples do when they were called by Jesus? Did they first clean up their life and fix everything that they had broken and everything that they had screwed up, and then they followed Jesus? No. They picked up their stuff and they followed him. They followed him. And through that process of following him, they became like him. And as they became like him, they began to do as he did. For the disciples, it wasn't about reforming their life or getting their things in order that they could be ready to walk with Jesus. It was that through walking with Jesus, through being with God, their life was transformed, and therefore their actions and their behaviors and the way they conducted their life was transformed. So this is my encouragement to you as you enter 2025. That it wouldn't be about, okay, let me try to pray more, or let me try to read the Bible more, or let me try to, here's what I want you to have in your mind. Repeat this to yourself. Be with God. Be with God. We know God is omnipresent. We know God is with us all the time, but how often are you aware of it? How often do you act like it? If I'm aware of God's presence and I'm intentionally putting my mind, my heart into, okay, God is with me. Okay, what does that mean? Well, it means that I'm praying without ceasing, as the Bible calls me to. It's not, okay, I'm going to try to hunker down and pray for 30 minutes. And no, be with God in every moment of every day. Now it's not, let me pick up my phone because I need this hit of dopamine. It's, how can I be with God in this moment? And I know God's with me, but how can I allow my heart to be with him? So I'm going to pray. I'm going to meditate on what I'm reading. I want to be with God. And so God his words are in the scripture. So I'm going to focus on, okay, how can I incorporate more scripture into my life? Not just the quantity of what I'm reading, as we often kind of value, but also the quality in terms of what am I meditating on? Even if it's a small piece, how can I meditate on this? How can I pray through this throughout my day? This is what it means to be with God. Think about this. If I wanted to get closer to my wife, okay, I could create a big to-do list of all the different things and strategies that I need to do. Okay, I should spend some time with her in the morning, and maybe we should have lunch together, and maybe I should be more intentional about asking her specific questions, and maybe I should read her text too, so then we can connect on that. It's like, all those are good things, right? But if I'm driven to do those things because of this to-do list that I have, that I've created, ultimately, man, to-do lists, they're not good motivators. I'm going to be like, well, you know what? Maybe this isn't as important, and this isn't as important. But here's the thing, if I truly care, and this is the difference here, if I truly care about knowing my wife and being with her and growing with her, then I'm going to change those things in my life just naturally. I'm going to decide, I'm going to spend some time with her in the morning, and I'm going to ask her questions that I didn't, have to create just because I have this to-do list of, okay, being close with my wife, but these things are flowing out of me. So how does this relate to God? Well, the crux of the issue is that, do we truly want to know God? Do we truly want to be with God? Do we truly love God? Now, here's the deal. There's a level to all of us. If you're a child of God, if you've turned to Christ in faith, that you do love God. But our love for God is so small sometimes. And our desire to know him is small compared to the things of this world, the entertainment that we're constantly faced with, the distractions that take hold of our heart. So where do we go? This would be the prayer that I would encourage you to pray as you enter the next year. Help me want to seek you more. You see this, it's like maybe we're at base level and we know that our desire for God and our love for God is pretty small and we want it to be bigger. Ask God. Draw near to him. Say, God, I want to know you. I want to desire you. Please take my desire for the things of this world and crush it. Make it so undesirable and ugly to me that I don't even want to turn to those distractions. That's where I want you to begin this year. Until next time, God bless.